I'm here in Antelope Park in Zimbabwe, and I've been working here as a volunteer for 3 weeks now, working with lions. With me is Mr. Connelly, who's the founder of, if you like, of Antelope Park, and it's come a long way, Mr. Connelly. I'm sure you'd agree from what it was when you were here 20 odd years ago. The work they do here with lion conservation is absolutely amazing, and I think I'm right in saying it's quite unique, Mr. Connelly.
I think, Alan, yes, I think it is. It's a program that's never been attempted before, which is the release of the offspring of captive bred lions back into the wild, and we believe that we have really pioneered something very special and something very exciting for the lions of Africa. I mean, as you'll be aware, Alan, having been here for 3 weeks, 40 years ago there were 230,000 lions in Africa, and this number is down now to possibly around about as low as 20,000. But yet there are large tracts of lands out there which could still sustain lion populations and prides of lions.
That's a massive, massive drop. You're looking at probably about 90%.
It is 90% and still dropping at around about 2,000 to 2,500 per year. As I was telling you earlier, reading in an article the other day, they expect the lion population of Kenya to be almost zero in 20 years' time.
So what do you think has been the cause of that massive impact on the lion population?
It's very simple, without doubt. The major cause has been the expansion and the growth of human population in Africa. Okay, 200 years ago our population was 1/10 of what it is now. There's a lot more area for wildlife to roam and to wander around and to migrate. Those areas are vastly reduced. So now those are restricted, but there's also a lot besides that of even the animals that are remaining is illegal poaching, disease, illegal hunting of wildlife is still a major concern.
Tell us about ALERT.
Well, ALERT stands for the African Lion and Environment Research Trust. Okay, it is a trust, a UK-based trust, which was set up to draw awareness and create an awareness worldwide to the plight of the African lion, which we've successfully done in the last few weeks through this wonderful series on UK television on ITV called Lion Country, which we're hoping will sell further worldwide to other wildlife channels. But basically the ALERT program is to breed lions, to expose their young animals, which you did for 3 weeks and are doing, to the wild, so that these animals grow up in an environment that they will be accustomed to living in later. To get them out of their enclosures, that's what the volunteers do, is to get these lions out into the bush, out into the wild, so they can start to sense, feel, smell, understand what the wild is about. Because those are the lions that are going to be going back into the wild at some stage, and it's working. We've done that. We've taken lions right up to where we released them on their own for 14 months, and they've survived without any assistance from us whatsoever, and it actually works.
Mr. Connelly, what would you say to those who have criticised this project in the past and said that you're contributing to the canned hunting industry?
You know what I would say to them, and I say to them all, Alan, is I just wish they would come and see for themselves, because all the people that criticise will not visit. We're an open book. I mean, we've got wonderful people involved in this program. We've got wonderful researchers. We've got great supporters. We've got a great volunteer program. A number of people that are benefiting from it, not only from volunteers, but the surrounding communities all benefit from volunteer community programs. We lay on water. We help the development of schools and medicines in the surrounding areas of some of our programs. I invite them to come and look for themselves. That's what I say to them.
Ultimately, the lion's the king of the jungle. It's a very, very dangerous animal.
Yeah.
Now, I know that it's no secret that you've got one arm.
Yeah, sure.
And indeed, there's been a couple of accidents recently.
Yes.
I've lost a girl in a project
Yes.
just down the road. How difficult is it working with these animals?
I think, as we just had in our little discussion earlier, I think as long as safety is an important, that you are conscious of your safety, and that you are conscious that these are, as beautiful as they are, or as cuddly as some of them might seem, they are wild animals. I think if you bear that in mind, I mean, we've had interacting with our lions and walks with lions in our various places that we do commercially walk with lions, which we do to raise funds for the ALERT program. We've had probably close on 50,000 people now interact, and we've had 1 or 2 accidents. It's probably less of a chance than actually driving a motor car of having an accident, but you still need to be careful.
This Walking with the Lions that's going on here, and I've been participating in myself, it's pretty unique. Are there any other organisations that do this?
I understand that there are now. It was founded here. We were the first people to do it. It started off with my wife and I a few years ago, 20 years ago, taking cubs out. The more we took them out, the more we saw how they got used to the wild, the more interested they became in the bush. They started to stalk, they started to hunt. They would catch a leghorn, they would chase a rabbit, and they got a bit bigger, and they would chase a little steenbok, a little antelope down an antbeer hole. And so we were the ones who founded it. And then this program is an expensive program. So we looked at it this way. You get a wonderful time by walking with the lions. You're paying to do it. You get a marvelous experience. Plus, the lion is getting his exposure to the bush, which is what this program is all about. So it's a win-win situation. The lion wins, he's getting out to the bush. You're helping to finance the expenses of running the program, the feeding these lions, the fencing for the release areas. So it's a win-win situation. So to me, it's a real winner. But other people do see it differently. I just wish they'd come and look.
Everybody's got a dream, Mr. Connelly, and I'm sure you have a dream as well. Where would you like to see Alert, say, or rather Antelope Park and Alert in 10 years' time?
Yeah. I actually know that very clearly. It's a vision that's been there in my mind since I started the program, is that I will be sitting at a waterhole in one of Africa's game parks, okay, and down will come 3 or 4 lions, and they will sit in the shade and they will watch some impala coming down to eat. This will be in the wild. And they'll stalk those impala or those wildebeest, and they will make a kill. And somebody will say to me, that's the offspring of Duma or Nduna that were raised in Antelope Park, because that is going to happen, without doubt. That is my ultimate. And that is when I'm going to sit and have an ice cold sundowner and really enjoy it. And it's not, this program's not about me, it's about the lions of Africa. But that's where I want it to go, and that's where it's going.
What would you say to anyone that was wanting to come here to be a part of this fantastic experience?
We welcome everyone here, and to be quite honest, what I say to them is it's not actually possible without you guys. We could never finance it. I have not got the time to walk lions all day out in the bush, spend time cleaning the enclosures, all the work that goes on surrounding the program. So without you guys have made a huge contribution as volunteers to the program. And I always say to all the volunteers, I'm going to have a big coffee book made at the end of this. Every single person's name that's been involved since the beginning is going to be on there. No, I mean that. I really mean that.
That's amazing. Mr. Connelly, thank you so much. It's been an amazing time I've had here.
Thank
and
you.
I'm going to be back and hopefully bring friends with me.
Oh, wonderful, Alan. Appreciate
So
you.
if you guys want to come here and be part of this amazing experience here in Antelope Park, then contact me on the website.